Hi, my name is Ania, and welcome to 15 in 15, where we ask 15 questions in 15 minutes. Joining us today is Kevy. How's it going?
Going good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm good.
Nice.
Are you excited for these questions?
Yes, I am.
Some of them are thinkers, some of them are really easy.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Well, we can start with the first one. When did you start music, and how did you get into it?
With the music, I started approximately like 3 years ago. The reason for me getting into the music is for personal reasons, because I just started off writing as like diary and stuff, and then from there I was putting rhymes together and stuff, and then I started going to the studio, putting the tunes together, and
putting it together in music. So I find that really interesting because there are some ways that we write music in which is melodically first. But you're saying that you really enjoyed writing the poetry first.
Yeah.
And do you think that's something common in hip hop, for example?
Yeah, to be honest, actually I started off writing, but I think this year I haven't wrote one song actually. I've just been going off the fly, just going to the studio and just everything off the top, I think it's more authentic and genuine like that,
Oh, absolutely. And that involves a lot of talent as well. That must be pretty tricky.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you're natural.
it's fun though,
Yeah.
Like, you impress yourself and stuff. It's like you'd be surprised what you can do in there.
For sure, even under that pressure.
Yeah, for sure, most definitely.
That's awesome. So how did you get your name?
Kevy is just my actual name.
Okay.
Minus the I-N, it's a Y,
Okay.
Kevy, yeah.
So you didn't want to have something that was, not like your name? You felt more comfortable with your own roots?
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it is. Yeah.
That's good. Did you have any others in your mind, in your process? Do you think you'll change it ever?
Yeah, to be honest, I did.
Yeah.
But I look at it like Kevy is what everybody's been calling me Kevy since like elementary.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
So it's like I'm just being true to myself, Kevy is my name, So why change it to anything else?
That makes sense. And it's simple for us to remember too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, if you're not doing music, is there any other hobbies that you're doing?
Hobbies? I'm into sports and stuff, but if I wasn't doing music, I don't know what I'd be doing, to be honest. Music's my number one passion,
Okay, well, what about sports? What kind of sports do you enjoy playing?
I'm really into like basketball and stuff.
Okay. Do you have are you a part of a team now that COVID's kind of?
No, I just play like in a neighborhood for sure, but.
Nice. Nice. Okay. And have you lived in Ottawa your whole life?
I moved to Ottawa when I was like 11.
Okay.
Before that, I was in Florida with my family. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Did you get used to the weather? It's a typical question.
Of course I got used to it. I've been here for 10 years now, over 10 years. Yeah.
Did you find it like a shock though when you first moved here?
I think when I first moved here, it was different, super different. I think I got like very sick when I first got here. The weather, like I never seen snow, so.
And not to mention you came to like one of the highest snow populations in the winter in Canada for sure.
The weather here is hectic for sure.
Yeah, it takes some getting used to, but 10 years would do it.
Yeah.
So what is it like being an artist here in Ottawa? You grew up in Florida as a child. Do you have any comparisons? Do you remember any of like the music life there? Were you inspired by anything?
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of artists out there I'm inspired by, most definitely. But I'm saying for Ottawa, I think right now we're coming to prove, so it's like it means a lot to be an artist from Ottawa, Right now it's like our time,
I agree. I think there's a lot of artists trying to grow and really getting, whether it's in music or, even the tourist industry.
Yeah.
I think that it helps to be on Instagram and social media too. And I think we're getting noticed because of those things as well.
Yeah, it's a good thing, It's something you'd like to see,
Yeah.
For us to be up there in the music industry. I think it'll take some time, but soon.
I agree.
For sure.
Yeah. Good. Well, hip hop, it breaks down into so many different genres. We have, R&B, we have more melodic, we have just like free rap, if you will. How would you describe your particular style of music?
In terms of my style, I think mine is more on the harmonic side. It's like pretty much like humming and rapping mix. Pretty much.
So do you have a lot of melodies that come to your mind? Do you
Most
ever like
definitely.
record them, or do you just, like you were saying, you freestyle in the studio?
Yeah, but it really depends on like what kind of like how I'm feeling, you know. If
Yeah.
I could be like in a good mood and I'd want a fast up tempo beat and I just go in there and just have fun with it, or I'd be in I'd be emotional and
Yep.
go in there and just start, you know,
Yeah,
some sad stuff. You never know, you know.
that's really, and so depending on the mood, depending on the day, depending on the year, you may have like one album that might be, or a group of songs that might be more together,
Yeah.
and then you might have, you know, do you bring them in a style where you're having the instrument, like the melodies and the happy in one group of like an album, or
Yeah,
do you
no,
kind
I
of
tried that
keep the
before.
versatility?
I tried it before actually. One EP that I dropped, it was more emotional and it was all emotional song. But I feel like people gravitate more towards the up tempo stuff.
Yeah.
The fun stuff, you know.
So we talked a little bit about music here in Ottawa. In your opinion, how far do you think Ottawa music has come? How does it compare to, you know, a bigger city like Toronto or Montreal?
I think Ottawa has came a long way. In terms of comparison, I don't know if we would want to compare ourselves to any other city because we're in our own lane, you know. So like Toronto has whatever they got going on, Montreal has whatever they got going on. But I think the sky's the limit for Ottawa, you know.
Yeah. Do you think it's important to keep the connections, or are there even connections between the cities?
I have no idea if there's connections or not, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's Canada, you know. We're Canadian, we're all Canadians, so it's like I guess we have connections, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that it's important to, you know, see what's going on in other places in Canada with the same kind of music,
Yeah.
and not necessarily compare, but strive and.
Most definitely, yeah. No, there's definitely some similarities between our city and Toronto.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, and I think that we can be just as comparable and bigger as we continue to grow.
Yeah.
The population's getting bigger. A lot of people from Toronto came down here, actually, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah, over the pandemic.
Oh,
yeah,
okay, that makes
yeah.
sense.
So
Yeah,
it's good growth for sure.
most definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so if you had to work with an artist in the industry right now, who would it be?
In the industry,
Yeah, if you could choose anyone.
probably Drake. Obviously, that'd be something.
That would be a great connection up in Toronto, wouldn't it? Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Why do you choose him?
I mean, Drake. If you get on a song with Drake, that's like a life-changing feature, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know a lot about where his roots are. I know that he started in acting.
Yeah, for sure.
And then once he started doing music, it just like it blew up.
I think he's one of those guys that's really that guy cares about his craft a lot. You can tell like he worked for that spot, you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Most definitely.
And I think that he also continues to help other people grow.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great artist to want to work with.
Yeah. For sure.
Do you think that Ottawa is supportive enough for, you know, the arts, but specifically hip hop? Do you think you may want to see more support from the city?
I mean, I don't think our city's too much into. It's not that much of. It's not a music city like that, but I mean, there's a lot of supportive people, and there isn't a lot. There is like, you know, anywhere you go, it'll be like that though.
You get to find people who share the same like interests as you,
Yeah.
but also have the same abilities as you too. And then you have the fans, your friends, your family, and, you know, perfect strangers who just really enjoy your music.
Yeah, for sure. It's always the strangers that really enjoy the music, to be honest.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, I don't expect people like. At the end of the day, music is very opinionated. So it's like if you like the music, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But like whoever likes, shout out to whoever likes it. You know, I see whoever likes it. And it's like they're the ones that keep me wanting to go. You know. Yeah.
You can't really do it without them.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. So that's great. It's good to hear that Ottawa is continuously supporting. It's really, really important. Yeah. Well, now we're going to jump to the fun parts. Enough with the serious questions. Just let your mind, just let it go. Whatever you want to say it. So Here's a question. Booty man or titties man?
Booty, definitely, of course.
That's cool. I don't have much to say about that, but I appreciate that. Hot bars or melodic hip hop? Ooh, I'm interested on this one because...
It's a hot bars?
Yeah, hot bars. So, you were saying that you kind of do both.
Hot bars or melodic hip hop? That's a really good one, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd go with melodic because more times, melodic is like, hot bars is like, because melodic, I can listen to something in Spanish and if I hear the melody, I can like it, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's like in every language, you can just hear the music, you know? Instead of like hot bars is cool too, though.
I think they're both pretty different. And I mean, somebody can do both really, really well.
Yeah, for sure.
But, yeah. So you prefer the melodic?
Yeah, it's just because melodic is more like everyone can resonate to it, you know?
Yeah, it could speak more.
Yeah,
it could speak more.
Yeah.
Although I think that doing hot bars is like incredibly impressive as well.
Sure. Yeah, who doesn't love bars?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
How does it feel to be a part of the All Capital album?
It feels great to be a part of this album. I think it's something great for the city and for myself, of course. And it's J. Creel's a genius for doing this for Ottawa, most definitely.
Yeah. And you have one song on there?
Yeah, I do have one song on there, yeah.
Okay, well, we look forward to hearing it. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Sure. Tell us a little bit about the song on the project.
The song, you gotta listen to it for yourself. It's harmonic, of course, and it's something we made from scratch, me and KDJ, actually.
Okay, what's it about?
It's pretty much about like cooking, like chef.
Nice. Something that you don't necessarily think about when you're listening to hip hop, but that's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you like to cook?
I do love to cook, yeah.
Me too. Other than this project, what are you working on at the moment? Do you have any other future projects in mind as well?
Right now I'm just focusing on making just music, like singles, having that ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not working on an album specifically, but I've been working on music for sure, yeah.
Is it just hip hop that you're focusing on, or are you looking into any other genres?
Just hip hop.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good. If you got a choice to start over and pick any city to start your music career, would you still choose Ottawa?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because Ottawa's home, you know? Ottawa is up next, that's why.
Exactly. All right, so this segment is called Hot Flashes. You have to answer the questions as quick as possible. Are you ready? Let's go. We have 4 rappers. Notorious B.I.G., Weeknd, J. Cole, Dr. Dre. One has to go. Which one is it?
Dr. Dre.
Okay. Would you marry a 60-year-old millionaire woman or date a 20-year-old daughter of a billionaire?
Oh, that's a crazy one. Wait. Say it again.
So 60-year-old millionaire woman, or would you not? Okay, so you date a 20-year-old daughter of a billionaire.
Yeah, I would do that. Yeah.
Fair enough. Would you sign $1 million recording contract or stay independent, but you get posted for free on all the big blogs like World Star Hip Hop and Spotify, Apple Music playlists, and like Rap Caviar and all that?
The second one.
The second one?
Yeah.
Stay independent and get promoted. I like it. All right, you're going to jail and sharing a cell with a cartel hitman or have a serial killer as a roommate.
Cartel hitman.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. All right.
Serial killer, they just kill for fun. You know? So
yeah.
Why would I want to be, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But you'd have to go to jail.
I know.
It's a hard one to choose. Anyways, this has been 15 and 15. Thanks so much, Kevy, for being here and joining us. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Thank you for having me, 15 and 15. You can go ahead and follow my Instagram, Kevy Bands, KEVYBNS. And shout out All Caps. And shout out everyone else, you know.
Thank you. Make sure to check out All Capital Love Us Now or Bandwagon Later in stores and coming to all streaming platforms May 13th.
Get up in the trap, I'm tryna cook some. Like Brody in the slam, he got book Ain't no scamming, ran it up straight off a dope wall. I can't stand these funny nigga, there's some hoes on. Get up in the trap, I'm tryna cook some. Like Brody in the slam, he got book Ain't no scamming, ran it up straight off a dope wall. I can't stand these funny nigga, there's some hoes on. had to separate from niggas, they straight. If you're my dog, then be my dog, don't change.